for a lot of people, they can make better food choices. They can eat things that are in its natural form. And by the time it goes to a factory to be shaped into something else, you have to wonder what's happened in that process. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Quality of Life Quest. My name is Anneke. In today's episode, I'll be talking about organic food versus non-organic food. Why would you want to talk about it? Well, there's a price implication, there's an availability implication, and there's a health implication. If I look at myself, if I take myself as an example, I've just been to the Netherlands for a whole week. I had a great time. My daughter and I, we ate loads of food. For some reason, I don't know why, we got invited at so many people's places to have a meal or coffee with cake or, whatever was going. It was all lovely and special and all the rest of it. We really enjoyed ourselves. Was it good? Well, there was a lot of coffee, and coffee is not good for me. I know coffee is not good for me. The odd cup here and there, fine. But to drink coffee for, including the travel days was 9 days, not good for my health. I know it's not good for my health. To have cakes and other sweet things, not good for my health. Dutch fast food, lovely, not good for my health. We had a lot of carbs. Even though I do eat carbs, I'm not religious about it. Bread in itself, it doesn't agree with me that well. So I had a lot of that as well. And, I survived. But overall, for me, they were not the best choices of food. Now we're back in Great Britain, and for work I prepare my food up front, which is lots of fruit and vegetables and some protein in the shape of cheese and sausages mainly. And then the other days of the week I eat a lot of fruit and veg and meat. And then there are still a couple of leftovers from the Netherlands. I know, they're looking around and I'm still eating them because they're nice, So there's, as you can hear in my voice, for me, there is a quality of life in eating stuff that's not good for me. It gives me some sort of pleasure. Dutch fast food, it's horrible stuff. You shouldn't be eating it. And I just enjoy it. Would I eat it every day? No. Would I even eat it every week? No. But whenever I go to the Netherlands, which is at the moment twice a year, yes, I might even have it twice then because I enjoy it and it comes with a lot of memories and I just enjoy the taste. And the same goes for coffee and cakes and all the rest of it. It's specific to time and place and occasion. And for me, there is a quality of life. However, if I take that and put that in my entire year, that would be really detrimental to my health. And for me, I know that eating fruit and vegetables and meat is better. So, coming back to Great Britain, I started eating the foods that suit me better. And lo and behold, I feel a lot better. Are those things organic? No. Most of the things I eat are not organic. And by organic, I mean in the Netherlands, it's called biological. And it means that it hasn't been sprayed if in case of fruit and vegetables. And if you talk about meat, then there's a whole protocol so that animals live their life in the most natural way that they would if they were living in the wild, with the least amount of chemicals. There's a list for it. Do you prefer ad-free listening and viewing? Would you like to see your questions answered? And how about live Zooms? Would you enjoy discounts on everything from artwork to courses to one-on-one chats with me? Become a founder member. Go to thequalityoflife.quest to find out more. See you on the other side. So is it better to eat organic food? Definitely. You don't want to have a lot of chemicals in your body that don't belong there. However, there's the question of price and there's a question of availability. And if I look at what I ate whilst I was in the Netherlands to what I eat when I'm in Great Britain, with the majority of the things being not organic or not biological, they are conventionally grown things that have been sprayed, I still feel a lot better. And when I look at the patients who are in hospital and they have cans of fizzy drinks, some even Coke, cakes, sweets, biscuits, all sorts of things that everyone knows, well, everyone, I don't know, most people think of as unhealthy. And don't be fooled by zero, the zero Coke or the zero Sprite or zero Fanta or whatever the names might be. Please, by all means, look into it because they're almost worse than the original with sugar in it. When patients have that on their bedside cabinet and they're actively eating and drinking, that's not healthy. When you're a patient in hospital, unless you're on an end-of-life trajectory, in which case, by all means, eat whatever is going. If you're a patient in hospital and you're there to get better, you only have one job, and one job only: get better. For a lot of people, they can make better food choices. They can eat things that are in its natural form. And by the time it goes to a factory to be shaped into something else, you have to wonder what's happened in that process. So if I look at organic or non-organic, would I love to eat everything organic? Oh yes. Would I love to eat grass-fed beef? Oh yes. And I know for myself that the availability is patchy around here. The price is very high, and I know that I can make other changes in the things that I eat that currently have a bigger impact. If I were to eat crisps that are organic crisps, it's still eating crisps. Whilst if I were to eat, just a jacket potato, it's the same potato, but it's a healthier choice than eating crisps. So just because things get a label organic, if they're processed, they might not be the best choice either. Go for whole foods and see where that leads. For people who are really into eating ready-made meals or fast food, changing that behavior into eating whole foods is already a huge, huge, huge step. That will be day and night to change that habit, to change your palate and see what effects it has on your health. And once you're all used to that, change it into organic is then an easier step if you've got the funds and if it's available around where you are. Am I on the lookout for organic food? Yes, bit by bit. I found some things before I went to the Netherlands, but it didn't make sense to really look into it then. So now that I'm back and kind of landing and starting to get back into work and getting my routines going again, it will make sense to look into box schemes in a neighborhood. I know there's a farmer nearby who's got organic meat. Let's see what he's got and if I can afford it, because that's the other side of it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's the goal to get there. And in the meantime, I can do a lot of things to change and to come back to my favorite chocolate peanuts. Even if the chocolate peanuts I've eaten at the beginning of the year were organic, I still would have gained 2 uniform sizes. Yeah, so organic would have made no difference in that sense. Did I tell you I'm off the chocolate peanuts at the moment? They had the audacity to put less chocolate peanuts in a bag and raise the price. I'm No, that's a no for me. So I'll have to figure out something that tastes nice, is kind of sweet by itself, and has protein in it, because that was my reasoning for chocolate peanuts. Yes, it's got chocolate, but it's also got the peanuts, and peanuts are kind of good, and chocolate is not too bad, bar the sugar. So I'm going to figure out if I can make something with, I don't know, dates and figs and chocolate, something nice that I can roll up in balls or cut into bite-sized things and can take with me. Thank you for listening. Remember, every step you take in your own quest for a better quality of life counts. Whether it's a small step or a big leap or anything in between, keep at it and enjoy. Have a great time. May the land rise up to meet you. Until we meet again, see you. Bye.